Good morning, you guys. I have my little coffee this morning. I made an Americano, and I wanted to just inspire and encourage you guys this morning with a word that has just been in my spirit and God has just kind of been talking to me about, which is surrender. And I feel like when people hear surrender, they get really like oh, I don't want to do that, which is how I used to feel about the word surrender, because for some reason, I was an athlete growing up. So whenever I heard surrender, it felt like I was almost just like giving up, or like you think of like a hero who's like going after to do something and he's like, okay, I surrender. And so for the longest time, I had the wrong idea of what surrender meant. And instead of it being give up, I would pray about it. And, I'd hear people in church just be like, just surrender to God, just surrender to God. And, that was hard for me because I was like, I don't know like why I would give up something that God has put in my heart. And so the more I prayed about it, the Lord showed me and told me, he said, it's not necessarily surrender, give up. He said, but it's give over the how, the why, the when, the what. Sometimes you don't even know what it is. God's called you to do something, you don't know how or what that specific thing is, but you feel like you have a big calling on your life, but you don't know, maybe what it is. And you try and you toil to figure it out. And, maybe if you were someone like me, I always wanted to know the next step. I always wanted to know, how am I going to get this done? It was always in my own strength. And I feel like the Lord is just wanting you to know today that you can let go. Not let go of the thing that he put in your heart, but let go of the way you think it'll be. And that's only for your good. It's only so that, you can, sorry, my arm is like hurting. But it's only so that you can understand that you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it in your own strength. You don't have to do the hard things that, God wants to do in your life. He's going to make it happen, and you're just going to trust him, and you're just going to abide in him, and you're going to just, plant where you're, or bloom where you're planted today. But it's a really good reminder to just like let it go. Like let go how you're going to get that house, how that bill is going to get paid, how you're going to create that business. Like ask the Lord for vision and trust that he's going to respond to you and give it to you in the way that he wants to. And, open your horizon to what he has to say. Like it might be different than what you thought, but it's always going to be better. And, yeah, I just feel like for so many people to just surrender and like give over to God the burden of that, and watch once you surrender almost how much faster it comes. Like take your eyes off of it just for today. Do it just for today, or even like do it just for like the next hour. Like really try to just be like, you know what? Like I'm not going to worry about it. I'm really just going to give it to God. And if God is who he says he is, then he's going to come through for me. He's going to show me in his timing. And I don't have to be the one who's like on top. Like I can put him in his place, and then it comes me. So here's a reminder to just surrender, let go, give over the toiling, be free, let go, and just enjoy the ride and do your best at what you're doing today. Be the light, be a joy, and watch how God will work through your surrender, because it was never meant to be something you wake up and you are in lack. The Lord doesn't want us to be in lack. We're not in lack. We're the head and not the tail. So if we really believe that, we wouldn't act in fear so much. So that's just a food for thought. I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of this group chat, and I hope you are enjoying your morning with your coffee. And remember to give it to God and surrender.